Hello again, people. Right, this apologies for all the mess on this chart, but it's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've just got in from doing the horses, and I've done this analysis here. I've drawn a few extra bits and pieces on here, but something that might not get explained and might not appear clear some of the times is what I consider to be true support and resistance. Now, I always talk about this, and this is why I always talk about this, that this is not a true connecting line until this highest high, whichever one it is, this one or this one, is broken by price. Once that's broken by price, this is a valid support level. Now, we've got a trend here: high, low, lower high, lower low. And you could sing potentially old support becomes new resistance. But this isn't true support, in my opinion. And that is another reason why we look at the higher time frame candles to work out precise levels of support and resistance. Now, why is this not what I would call a valid level of support becoming resistance? Because this area here has not gone on to make a new swing high. It has not broken this high here. So even though this looks like a ton of support, test, I do not consider that as true support. And as such, I would consider it very risky trying to short this trade, because effectively what you're doing is you're trading into this area of resistance, which is acting as support here, here and here. What you want to be to get a safe trade is to have broken through this support, and clearly then that would potentially act as resistance and price would continue down. So I don't say that often enough, and if we look at the higher time frames, we can't see a sensible reversal. This is the last 15-minute candle: low, high, higher, low, higher, high. This is, we need to put the low on that. This is critically, and we're looking at a 15-minute, remember, this is our proper reversal level. Now, you can try and short this, and I would tell you off if you presented the chart and said, why did this fail? And I would explain why. But we have got a swing trade in place, a swing trend. If you look at we've got a high, a low, a lower high, lower low, and it has used this minor support because it didn't break the high there with this high here, as I talked about, as resistance. But in my opinion, that is wrong. So I don't mention that very often, and it might be a little eureka moment for you. I'm hoping it will be, in terms of how the precision of the three candle reversal actually is what would potentially save me from being in a short trade, thinking this was support became resistance, and then wondering why price continued on up. It's because this area of failed demand, if you like, turned into supply, and potentially this is the first test of that supply level. Nothing is tested to see whether this is the right fair value, if you like. Supply becomes demand. So I hope that is of use to you. Another small brick in the wall, as it were. We have confirmed, we are rather confirming up. I don't think that one closed above that high there on this 5-minute chart. And in fact, then what's happened there also is that support, that green candle there, that was the penultimate candle to the reversal down is effectively potentially failing to hold as support, becomes new resistance in 35 seconds or thereabouts. If that fails, then this could well be on its way back up again. But there's nothing showing really in the histo alert now for this to even think about going up again. And until we get a break and close below there, with any substantial momentum as well below the 20 line, minus 20 line should I say, then this isn't looking at the moment to have the momentum to collapse. I need to have a look at the news, see if there's any news today. In fact, I'll look on my other machine, Forex calendar. I always look for the morning breakfast news, as it were, but never look for the lunchtime, or rarely look for the lunchtime. Monday, nothing. Oh, there was, oddly enough, there was New Zealand dollar news, and no wonder. Business confidence minus 45.6. Previous minus 66.6. Well, I suppose that's an improvement. So that did actually close above that, through that level there. And what do we say when it tests and breaks particular levels? It comes back and tests old resistance broken as support, and as you know, that happens on every time frame, and can be traded when it's on the bigger time frames, of course, but I wouldn't want to be entering short just based on that break there. But anyway, I hope that was clear about what I consider true support acting as potential resistance. It's only my version of it, guys, but I believe it works, and consequently, you know, if you like it, use it. If you don't worry. It's not the end of the world. Except if you show me a trade that has broken that rule, then I'll explain why, and then hopefully you may consider being a bit more careful next time, as it were. Anyway, this now looks like it's confirming to the short side. If this breaks the 20, minus 20, then you know, the histo alert is actually starting to override certain little aspects of my other method, but you know, you have to take everything into account. We've broken quite considerably the average daily range. We are now into the American session, well into it, and the Americans often reverse the price. We're also attacking the hourly 8 EMA. So I'm not going to trade this, but and by the time it's uploaded, it'll all be over anyway. But who knows? This could reverse again to the long side off the hourly 8 EMA and off these this R, whatever it is, R1 daily pivot. Interesting chart, and I hope something was of value there. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.